Please stand for the national anthem and presentation of colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good evening. Welcome to the 2014 Grand Rapids Community College Police Academy graduation. On behalf of the recruits and staff, I would like to thank all of you, the friends and families of our recruits, for your dedication, your patience, and the encouragement that you have given over the past year while these recruits have prepared for a career in law enforcement. I'd also like to welcome many of our supporters who are with us today. The Dean, our Board of Trustees, our Advisory Board members, our many volunteers, our criminal justice staff, including Rachel Crapo, who's helped me a lot with this presentation, and to our alumni and to our MCOL staff. Thank you very much. At this time, we'd like to share a video snapshot of what our recruits have endured over the past 10 months, and also thank Recruit Negron for putting our video together. like a little too much fun, doesn't it? They said they were working hard at the academy. Now I'd like to introduce our squad leaders this year. Will the following squad leaders please stand? From A Squad, Tyler Bennetts, Caitlin Cardosa, Mitchell Harkema, Braden Myers, Andrew Tosher. From B Squad, Corey Alltime, Lee Atkinson, Maurice Dagnalt, and Jeffrey Wysocki. These were my go-to recruits that I went to on a daily basis. They took care of things in the squad from uniform inspections, gave out daily announcements, Facebook updates, and I'm sure at times wondered why the heck they volunteered to do that job. Their text messages must have gone up. They might have even had to get new plans. But it's you guys that were between your squads and myself and really helped me a lot, and I really appreciate everything that you did for me this year. And I hope that your leadership that you have given to the Academy will go hand in hand with you out into your career, and that you're able to use the examples that you had and that you learned here at GRCC in your future careers. Thank you. The A Squad leaders, Mitchell Harkema and Caitlin Cardosa, are coming up to give an award. Everybody else may be seated.
Before we award our Instructor of the Year, I would like to take a moment to thank everyone for being here tonight to support Session 81. To our family and friends, thank you for standing with us through this journey. It is because of people like you that we can stand here today. It never ceases to amaze me what someone will do to make a loved one's dream come true. From helping with the laundry, plowing driveways over the winter, assisting with finances, or simply providing a listening ear, your steadfast support was necessary for our success. It is not always easy to love someone who is becoming so dedicated to this type of profession, but know that your love is noted and very much appreciated. That being said, I'd also like to extend to you a promise that although our days may be trying and our shifts may be long, we will always do what we have to do to return to you at the end of each day. We all love this profession, but we love you more. Thank you again. To the squads, 10 months ago we were told how time would fly. I didn't buy too much into that, but now here we are, we're finally done. It's been a whirlwind of change for all of us, and we have truly become a family. We are now brothers and sisters. We've shared many good times, a lot of laughs, a few struggles, and what family would be complete without a few squabbles along the way. We've been there for each other through thick and thin, and my hope is we continue to do so well into this next chapter of our lives. Let's take tonight to be proud of our accomplishments. Thank you for making this a positive experience. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best of luck. Lastly, but certainly not least, on behalf of my squad, I would like to extend a thank you to the director, our instructors, and all the other GRCC staff that has made this experience positive for all of us. Your wealth of knowledge, professionalism, and dedication have led us by example and shown us what we all strive to be. You've spent countless hours with us, building relationships and teaching lessons, both the kind from the books and those learned on the street. Some favorite lessons of ours have been how to smell what someone is stepping in, how to drive with your homegirls through Snowmageddon, and how to always work from within your pickle jar. You've committed yourselves to us even when we struggled with material and skill sets and doubted ourselves. Those were the times that have meant the most. You've been open and honest about how this career will affect us in all aspects of our lives. Because of this, we chose a squad motto of never off duty, and that is our promise to you, that we will always stay sharp, be empathetic, stay knowledgeable about laws, keep fresh on our perishable policing skills, and never think of anything as routine. We vow to take all we've learned here, and with all the tools in our toolbox, to live lives, both personally and professionally, that will make you proud. We know that with great power comes great responsibility, and we promise to use our authority with integrity, honor, and courage. As a token of our appreciation, we have purchased a boot shining machine that has been placed in our classroom for future recruits to use. It's easy to see that we've been blessed with many fantastic instructors. Each brought their own style to the classroom, and all have made an impact on us in one way or the other. Again, thank you all very much. However, there was one man who has left a lasting impression on all of us, and that is Officer Bo Peters. If you could stand, Officer Peters, and join us over here. Officer Peters spent the most time with us, both in and out of class, to ensure our success. He opened up about his personal lives in ways that some could never do. He pushed us physically and mentally, held us accountable when we needed to be held accountable. And although there were days that he scared the crap out of us, we knew he was always trying to push us to be our best. There was never a doubt about that in our minds. This man has been an inspiration, a role model, a mentor, and a true friend. It is my pleasure to award Officer Peters a gift from our squad for being chosen as Instructor of the Year. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Wysocki. I'm the squad leader for the B Squad. This year has been an amazing year. Back January 7th, for you saw on the video, first day we had PT for a couple hours, did a lot of running, a lot of push-ups and sit-ups. A lot of us were thinking, what are we getting ourselves into? But the year went on. We had great instructors. We worked together as a squad, as an entire academy. Our squad specifically was a wide range of different personalities and ages, from young and older. We had military backgrounds, those who were cadets, those who are in the fire department, those who are fire or military background, and those who are mailman. We went through a lot. We had PT, physical training, defensive tactics, EVO training, firearms, riot control, SFST. We also got a lot of experience with scenario training. The role players that we had, if you are out in the audience right now, we are going to thank you a lot. You guys really gave us a good look to what we're going to be getting into in our careers. Also, I want to thank the instructors, everyone that is here today. Your knowledge and your experience that you have bestowed on us has really made all of us feel that we can survive in this field and continue to do the jobs that you have taught us. For our Instructor of the Year award, we have Sergeant Kyle Griffith. If you could stand up for us, please, come by us. Sergeant Griffith taught us SFST and traffic accidents. He was our last instructor pretty much of the year, and the thing that we really got from him is how personal and how he connected with us so well. We were really thankful that he could come all the way from South Haven and teach us every night. Even some nights we got to go out and visit his police department, and he got to show us what goes on out the South Haven Police Department. It was a great experience, and thank you very much, sir. Next, we're going to talk about our gift that we have donated to the GRCC Police Academy. I don't know, cameraman, if you can zoom in on this little plaque that I have. If everybody could see. Thank you. Our motto is, If you don't want to be eaten, don't look like food. You could look at that in many different ways. In this profession, you have to look, act, and be professional at all times, whether it being how you're presenting to the public with your uniform. If you show up to scenes with wrinkled clothes, badges and pens and stuff not all there, you're not going to look good to the public. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to serve the community. And having a good attitude also is with this motto as well. Because being professional in this field is what's going to make you be very successful throughout your entire career. You have to have courage, you have to have integrity, and you have to have strength. Courage, you're going to have to go into situations where you may not feel that you're safe. You may feel like you're not going to be able to do it, but you have to dig deep and use that courage to move into the situation. Integrity, doing the right thing all the time. That is one of our main things about this field. Strength, physical and mental strength. And finally, I am very grateful and thankful for my family being here, for all my friends that are here, and for having the best classmates a kid could ask for. This entire year has been a blessing, and I continue to look forward to my future in this field. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. And now for the instructor awards. Sergeant Morningstar.
Good evening. First, I'd like to thank the fellow officers that I teach with. A couple of them are here today. Sergeant Kyle Griffith from South Haven, and then Robin Maley from Walker PD. Without these two, and also Chad Hargrave from Kentwood PD, there's no way that we could run this EVO program. I also want to start out by saying that every year we start out with an 8-hour class. It's not the most interesting stuff, but I tell these guys, we just got to get through this 8 hours, and I promise it'll be fun. And then I'll start out with B Squad first. But every year we have to come up with somebody that we think is the best driver. We look at whoever has the best attitude, whoever rises above everybody, and then whoever just drove the best. And this year, everybody did great, for the most part. But we do look, like I said, we look at attitude, and there's one person from B Squad that stood out the most above everybody else, and that was Joshua Thomas. And he fit into these qualities and then more. So Joshua, if you come up here. Sorry, it's a long walk. Now on to A Squad. It all started out great. It was a beautiful Friday morning. Everybody did great. We left for the night, and I said go home and get some sleep, and we didn't have to be back until later on Saturday. Saturday afternoon, the first part went great. We decided, you know what? Now's a great time to break for lunch. Told the recruits, make sure you gas up your cars, make sure they're full, and they left. Instructors jumped into a car, and we began to leave. And that's when recruit Tauscher flagged me down. And I can't remember the exact quote, but it was something like, Sergeant Morningstar, we have had a little incident. And I thought, oh my. So they told me what happened, and I said, you know what, let's just go. I said, I don't even want to talk about it right now, so we just left. But for the first time in over 10 years, I get to give a special award to recruit Andrew Tauscher. So why don't you come on up here? And I don't even know what to call it except for maybe a crash award. But you guys all saw the picture. He did a great job and learned how to write his first Dear Chief letter. And hopefully his only one. But when we left that Sunday afternoon, I thought, I'll see you guys again. So I called Officer Peters and I said, hey, can I borrow A Squad for a Monday morning? I happen to be training for a race. He said, sure, no problem. So after bonding over a nice 4-mile run on a nice humid Monday morning, I love you guys again. I forgive you. But on a good note, I want to talk about recruit Jamie Davies. We decided that for A Squad, he was our top driver, so if you can come on up here. But he always drove great. He was very supportive of his fellow recruits. We think maybe it's the years of experience he had driving, I don't know. But in closing, I just want to remind you guys, always remember your 80%. And always drive as though your own family is in the car next to you. And just be careful.
Good evening, everybody. It's my pleasure to give out the Firearms Shooting Award this year. It's called the Sharpshooter Award. The recruits learn basically some fundamental skills in firearms, but at the end of the day, we want them to be proficient in terms of speed and accuracy. And there's a prescribed course that they shoot for the state, but to arrive at our competition winners, we put up a little stress course where we have them do some push-ups, run with a brick up a hill, get them breathing pretty heavily. Make some decisions on use of force, so when to engage or not, hopefully hit the target. And we put them on a timer, and we take the time and combine that with a little bit of scoring procedure we have on their accuracy. And we come up with somebody who, for each squad, was the most proficient in a combination of their skills. So for the A squad, the winner this year is going to be recruit Theodore Van Vliet. We have a nice little certificate for him. Could he come up here and receive that, please? Good job, Theodore. Congratulations. Good job. And for B squad, we have the little brother, Mitch Krieger. Mitch, come on up. Mitch, congratulations. Thank you. Good job.
Good evening. In an effort to save some time, if I could have the following recruits step forward. Recruit Brian Rader, recruit Andrea Walker, Jeff Wysocki, and Teddy Van Vliet. Could y'all come to the platform, please? At this time, while they're walking up here, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everybody for coming. A special thank you to all the family and friends of the recruits, as they have spoken to and director has spoken about already. We understand how much you have sacrificed over the last 10 months, and we understand there's a lot to it. And Harkema did a very good job of explaining a number of different areas that you sacrificed. So to take this opportunity just to thank you. I also want to thank A Squad here now for selecting me as your instructor year. And for both squads, it's been a great year. I've had a lot of fun. I'm very fortunate in that I have the opportunity to teach both squads for area of physical fitness and subject control. As Recruit Harkema said, most of the time they enjoy that, but not all the time. And but hopefully the items that I've tried to really stress upon them this year, they can remember in years going forward. So one of the opportunities that being an instructor for these sections gives me is the opportunity to present a few awards. And the first award I'm going to present is for most improved in the area of physical fitness. One person from each squad has been selected. If we could have Recruit Rader step forward. Thank you. Recruit Rader is a relatively quiet guy. I think that's probably pretty much an understatement, right? But early in the semester, he approached me after class and said that he was a little concerned that his performance in the area of physical fitness was not going to get him to where he wanted to be, and was concerned of being able to pass the exit test. And this test consists of 4 areas: a vertical jump, a push-up, how many push-ups you can do in a minute, how many sit-ups you can do in a minute, and as well as a half-mile shuttle run. The recruits take this test before they get into the academy as a part of the application process. Within the first week or so of the academy, we take that test again to ensure they're at that same physical or better physical fitness level. And then within 4 months, they need to take and pass the same test with much tougher scores. So it was early in January, Recruit Raider came and spoke to me about it. And from then on, it became pretty common for him to come to me at the end of every section, at the end of every day, for more information. He wanted to know what exercises he should be doing on his own time, maybe some eating habits and everything. And to me, that showed his initiative to come to me when he had a concern about potential performance issues. He took the initiative to come to me and seek out more information. And truly, he benefited from that additional work. He came in and worked very hard every day in PT, but I do believe the fact that he took the initiative and followed my instructions outside of class really helped. And if I can find it real quick, he increased his vertical jump by 1 inch. He increased both his push-ups and sit-ups by 11 repetitions in 1 minute. And then he also reduced his run time by nearly 30 seconds, all of which were great improvements. And that is why he has earned Most Improved for the area of physical fitness for A Squad. Make sure I give you the right one. And the same award for B Squad, if we could have Recruit Walker take a step forward, please. Recruit Walker was the only female in her squad, and she also was a part of B Squad, which quite honestly is overall is one of the most physically fit squads I've taught in my 10 plus years. The group came in very well prepared, a lot of very strong, athletic, in shape men, and she took that as an opportunity. I can't remember one time did I feel that she felt intimidated or hesitant about her performance. She looked at that situation as an opportunity to really push herself. She looked at her squad mates as an opportunity to learn from them. And I was very impressed with her work ethic and every day in class. And obviously, as I went through the test results from January to the end of April, I was very impressed by the numbers. And some of those numbers include she added 2 inches to her vertical jump. She added 9 repetitions to sit-ups, and she reduced her run time by more than 15 seconds. And most impressively, she more than doubled her push-ups in 1 minute. And because of her work ethic, that is why she's been rewarded for Most Improved in the area of PT. Recruit Wysocki, if you could step forward, please. The next award I will be presenting is the Charles Wells Award. The Wells Award is given to a student that demonstrates a high level of physical fitness, but that's not the only criteria. The award recipient must also be a leader, the person that the other recruits draw some support from. The recipient is a recruit that leads not only by physical exercises, but finds other opportunities. And for Recruit Wysocki, he took advantage of the opportunities to lead, not only by example, by working hard at every single exercise of every single class throughout the entire semester, but he found other opportunities, whether it was yelling across the gym at one of his squad mates, patting them on the back when they needed it, giving them some suggestions or tips. He made it very clear that as much as he wanted to succeed, he wanted his squad mates to succeed. And that is exactly what we are looking for when we're trying to find the Charles Wells Award recipient. So congratulations. And the final award that I'm going to be presenting is more of an acknowledgement of an award that was announced earlier this year. On July 8th of 2007, Officer Robert Kosminski of the Grand Rapids Police Department was killed in line of duty. Shortly after he was killed, the staff here at GRCC Police Academy knew that we wanted to do something to honor Kaz. And so with the help of the GRCC Foundation and the GRCC Police Academy staff, we established the Officer Robert Kosminski Memorial Scholarship. We reached out to the Kosminski family. We wanted to ensure that they had a role in this process. And the process goes as such. Every year, about midway through the police academy, the students are given an essay assignment. And that essay assignment really is just asking them about some personality characteristics to be successful in law enforcement. And we take that information, we narrow it down, we take in consideration the performance in the academy at that point, and then we narrow it down to a handful of people, and we take that narrowed down process, the fewer recruits, and we turn that over to the Kosminski family, and they ultimately choose the scholarship recipient. And I made a personal promise to them that to fulfill their wishes, and that is that this scholarship not just go to somebody that may have the highest academic credits. They felt there's a number of scholarships out there for those requirements, but more so they wanted their son's legacy and who he was to be remembered. So they asked if we could, try to find somebody that shared some personality characteristics with their son. If you want to step forward, recruit Van Vliet. I was very fortunate and blessed to have the opportunity to go through the academy with Officer Kosminski. I had the fortunate opportunity to get to know him. And all the scholarships we've handed out to remember Kaz, this one, I think we hit the nail on the head. Kaz was one of those people that people just wanted to be around. I think Teddy's very much the same way. His great personality makes you, when you're having a conversation, makes you feel like you're the only person in the room. People truly want to be around him. And I think a large part of that is because of the compassion he shows, the empathy he shows. And for those reasons, he was selected as this year's Officer Robert Kosminski Memorial Scholarship winner. I want to acknowledge that at this point. Thanks, guys. You can head down. Thank you.
Actually, Sergeant Kozel, do you want to do yours now?
Good evening. Charlie Wells. I remember Charlie Wells back in 1988, and I think I still have a number 45 of a plate on my back when I used to have to run up and down the steps here doing PT every day.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Still here.
I'm retired from Kalamazoo Public Safety. I had the honor to work with Eric Zapata. 3 years ago, he was killed in the line of duty. Within the year after that, I co-founded the Eric Zapata Memorial Foundation. Our purpose was to give back to the community to honor the legacy of Eric Zapata. Eric Zapata was a graduate of Grand Rapids Community College Police Academy. What we started initially with was giving out scholarships to officers or cadets from Grand Rapids Community College and Kalamazoo Valley Community College. We've now expanded it to training, where we bring in companies and host training that will be free for all the attendees. All the cadets attended such training on October 1st and 2nd down in Kalamazoo, the street survival training. We're going to continue on with this. We're growing rapidly. The actual cadets this year, majority of them filled out applications and also wrote sincere resumes for their application for the actual scholarship. This is then given to a subcommittee. I had to recuse myself from that since this is my first year being with the actual academy, and they review all of those. This year we are fortunate to award 3 cadets a scholarship for their participation in their graduation from the academy. I believe Eric's mom's here.
Yes, she's right down.
So as we call you, if you could come on up, I appreciate it. Go ahead and read it off.
Braden Myers. Andrea Walker. And last but not least, Brian Rader.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Put in your calendars next year. It's going to be the 4th year of the Eric Zapata 5K run down in Kalamazoo at Kalamazoo Valley Community College. We'd love to see you there. That's one of our major fundraisers for the actual scholarship fund and the training. Thank you very much for your time.
I'd also like to acknowledge Mitchell Harkema and Joshua Thomas, who received the Grand Rapids Police Department Memorial Scholarship this year. At this time, okay, go ahead. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to the Director of the Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement Standards, Mr. David Harvey.
Thank you, Director. The Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement Standards is a 15-member commission appointed by the governor, and that commission represents the entirety of the criminal justice system. Amongst the many statutory obligations the commission has, one is to set the basic training standards which these recruits have completed by virtue of their graduation here today. First, I want to congratulate the director and her staff and Grand Rapids Community College on another fine academy. I do have one admission to make, however, to you, a bit of telling a story on the director. The OC spray thing that you go through, we don't require. She just likes to see the water come out of your face. It's actually a lie because we do require it, but she still likes to watch the water come out of your face. My purpose for being here today, and first let me say the commission actually congratulates all the graduates here today, but my reason for being here today is to give out the Outstanding Performance Award. That award goes to a graduate from each squad who exhibits leadership and excels in all areas of the academy. The great thing about this award is that the selection is not made just by academy staff, but by the fellow recruits as well. So first, from Squad A, the recipient of the MCOL's Outstanding Performance Award is Mitchell Harkema. From B Squad, graduate Jeffrey Wysocki. Thank you.
In 2009, the Police Academy joined a tradition that dates back to the World War I, the issuance of a challenge coin. From its military beginnings, the challenge coin had a special affiliation with a select group of individuals and has been widely adopted by police, fire, and EMS agencies after the terrorist attacks of September 11. Once the coin is earned, the member can be challenged by a fellow coin holder to produce the coin or pay the consequences. The coin is earned and never just given. It is a reward given for the blood, sweat, and tears that was endured by the class of 2014 and to those alumni that came before you. Session 81 recruits became a family very quickly, as you have heard here tonight. More than half of them met over summer boot camp the first year. We started out with 32 recruits last January, and 29 of them endured. The students were challenged from the beginning of the academy to give back to our community. A Squad joined the Wyoming one-on-one program, and we all were assigned an elementary or high school student that we met with 1 hour per week to mentor. Some of them still have those relationships today and plan to continue. These students put in hundreds of volunteer hours, giving back to our community. They learned real quickly that they were a family experiencing real issues and what it meant to be part of the brotherhood of the law enforcement family. Recruits, I hope that this coin serves as an everyday reminder that you are part of something bigger than yourself. I hope that you carry this in your pocket and you remember where you came from and the bonds that were formed as you earned it. It is my challenge to you to carry the coin with honor during your career, to honor yourself, to honor your fellow recruits, to honor the GRCC Police Academy, and to the law enforcement profession. It is my privilege to issue you a GRCC Police Academy Challenge coin and to welcome you to the Thin Blue Line. I would ask Professor Banks to assist me with the presentation of coins.
Tyler Bennett. Caitlin Cardoza. Andrew Coker. Jamie Davies. Mitchell Harkema. Brett Holmes. Jared Heisinger. Joshua Keys. Rasan Knight. Nicole Loomis. Jacob McKellar. Braden Myers. Monica Miles. Carlos Negron Jr. Brian Rader. Andrew Tosher. Theodore Van Vliet. Jarrett Williams. Corey Altheim. Lee Atkinson. Garth Cross. Maurice Dagnall. Mitchell Krieger. Tyler Krieger. Derek Madsen. Jarrett Parham. Joshua Thomas. Andrea Walker. And Jeffrey Wysocki.
We had the honor here at GRCC to have our first ever in-service recruit. Jamie Davis was already a lieutenant with the Rockford Department of Public Safety and as a firefighter and came here to get cross-trained as a police officer. Tonight, I'd like to introduce you to Lieutenant Jamie Davies and Chief Jones from Rockford Department of Public Safety as they do a pinning. Thank you, Lieutenant. Chief Jones, stay there. We heard today that Braden Myers, Braden, join us, just got a conditional offer with Chief Jones. So we'd like to congratulate Braden Myers as well. And then I understand there's also a new one that just came hot off the press before graduation. Lee Atkinson, Officer Atkinson, if you'd like to join us on stage. Sergeant Wing is here from the Lake Odessa Police Department to congratulate you. This one was a surprise, if you can't tell. And then Andrew Toscher also has a recent conditional offer from the Canton Police Department. Canton couldn't be here tonight, but we congratulate Mr. Toscher. The Grand Rapids Community College is celebrating 100 years in this community with a great past and a bright future. Along with that, the Police Academy is celebrating 35 years of training students to be police officers. This year, we are going to honor those recruits that attended GRCC in the past 35 years that have died in the line of duty by building a police memorial on the campus of GRCC. Please watch.
My father was killed in the line of duty in East Grand Rapids on July 17th, 1994. He died when I was in my mid-20s, and I was just about to give birth to his first grandchild. And he would have been such a great grandpa.
You know, it's funny, but Eric's always with me. Eric came to the community college. So he said, Mom, would you help me pay the books? And I said, sure, I would do that. So that's what he did. He now was a father of 2 children. And he had a job, and he put himself to school. And he graduated in the top. So everything he learned from this college.
Bobby, he's a quiet. He was always quiet, but he always had that subtle humor. He always, whenever we'd be talking and kidding around with everybody, and he always say the right line just to make you laugh. He just funny. That's one thing I miss about him, is he could always make me laugh when we were talking about something.
We'd like to have a memorial that's put on our DeVos campus that's near our scenario training house, trying to bring back some way to remember our fallen officers and our recruits that went through the GRCC Police Academy. And we visioned some type of meeting spot or somewhere where we could actually have a memorial service or the students can sit and chat. And it's just a memory every single day that they come to class that they're going into a profession that at any day their lives could be taken away from them.
I think for the City of East Grand Rapids, more importantly the Department of Public Safety, it's very important that we remember Bruce. So I think what the Academy here has decided to endeavor on and pursue is a great idea. Bruce went through the Community College Academy, so I think for them it's a great deal to remember Bruce as well as the other officers that attended and unfortunately died in the line of duty.
So in the past 35 years, I would say we've graduated thousands of recruits from the Grand Rapids Community College Police Academy. So I think that this memorial is different because it's honoring the GRCC alumni who have gone to school here, who got their police academy training from Grand Rapids Community College, and they started here. Their career started at GRCC.
And I think the memorial is excellent because it shows that the kids that are graduating, the students that are graduating here, are coming up with a good education, they're getting jobs, and they're fighting for what they believed in.
To actually have a memorial wall, to be able to make an etching of his name and see all the other officers and to know that the life he lived wasn't forgotten and he did die a hero, and that other people down the road can see that, and you don't even have to know the people whose names are on the memorials when you go, but you know that they were somebody, and it was something special.
I want to thank the Van Popperin family, the Kosminski family, and the Zapata family. Could you please come up here? I knew I had to do this one at the end. This is probably why. So, this is long overdue. We should have done this a few years ago. But this is going to be the year. 2015 is when we're going to be able to do this. We hope by graduation, a year from now, we'll have this memorial, and you can come back and visit. So, we need to raise close to $30,000 to do this memorial. So we are hoping that you can start here with us today. There are envelopes out by the door. You don't have to do it today. You can mail them in. We have a website set up. You can join the GRCC Police Academy Facebook page. And we hope that you all will come back and celebrate with us to see this memorial that we're going to build. So with that, thank you all very much for coming. Have a good evening. I'm sorry, you're dismissed.